Stirling Talks with Wilson on Stirling Community Radio.
Good morning, everyone. This is Stirling Talks. Wilson here in the studios. Good morning. I do hope you and yours are having a good one. One of the things I love doing here is learning about new places, but also learning about new and really old small businesses. Well, we've got a new one that is opening up this weekend. And big shout out to Carrie Lee over there in Alloa at Three Gem Sisters who connected me with you. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Wilson. How are you?
I am good. You are, I can tell, just running all over the place because you've got a new shop that's opening up this weekend. What is the name of your new shop?
So the name of the shop is Nathez Out of Africa. It's an African concept store. And you have different varieties of artisan crafts and pieces from Africa, from my beautiful continent of Africa. Yeah.
So this is something here that when I was in the States for a while, I had a little bit different, but a little bit of interest in this. And when people check out your social media, you're going to see some just amazing, to me, the baskets and the weaving and all this and the craft and the artwork. What can people expect when they come by this weekend?
So what to expect is beautiful craftsmanship from Ghana, from Kenya, a few pieces from Tanzania, also from Rwanda as well. So it's just a piece from every part of the continent, just to give you a feel of how the beauty, the craftsmanship, the colors, the flavors from my continent.
And so this is going to be great stuff. Opening up Sunday, I do believe, is the plan as of right now, opening up Sunday. So this is going to be great. Where is your shop?
So it's just next to, around the Broadleys Park in Stirling, right next to the big veterinary hospital there. It's in the IMEX Business Center, Unit 4.
Okay.
So once you drive in, you see the sign, then Nathez Out of Africa.
You won't miss it.
You won't miss it.
You won't miss it at all. And plenty of parking over there, I know, so that's good.
Plenty parking, free parking as well. So feel free to come in. Don't worry about, oh God, I need to go and check the meter.
That's a great thing because you can come in and just park and just spend all day. Spend some money if you're spending all day, but spend all day. So this is going to be great. So we've given you all out there a little bit of a kind of what this is all about. Why? I mean, to me, this is something in my travels around Stirling and the Forth Valley here. I haven't seen anybody doing what you're doing.
Yes, I think that's what makes it a bit unique. Just having a piece of, from the continent, just to give you storytelling of what is behind the product, give you an experience. If you've not been to Africa, just have an experience of what Africa and some of the countries have, what they are known for. I've loved Stirling. This was one of the places I used to come to before we moved here permanently, so I was like, why not? There's a big diversity here as well. Come and experience the things in the shop, storytelling, meet them, hear the story about the artisan behind the product as well.
I love that. See, that's one of the things here at Made in Stirling that's just below our studios here, where we've had a few artists on, and to hear the story, to see the artwork is one thing, to appreciate it, but to hear the story is that's part of it.
I think for me, I always say to people I've met, it's not even just about the product, but it's just you going home and go, oh wow, I hear this is made by a gentleman called Stephen, or this is made by a lady, or this basket was woven by Mary, and this is about Mary. This is how old she is, what her hobbies are, what her goals are. This is where she comes from. I think that's what makes the product much more special and personal to you.
Right.
And this is why this is my drive.
Well, I love that because I think now, especially in the world we're in, I think just things that are authentic and things that are received. Well, no, you got to take that. You're a business. You're opening up this Sunday. You got contractors calling and supplies and all that stuff. But that's one of and this is all an authentic show here. We just roll with it. So, but see what I did there? But back to it here. I think hearing the stories of people that, man, this is actually made by a real person, and hence I think people really want authentic things in their life.
Well, that's the thing for me. When I started traveling around, when I moved here, I'm Ghanaian.
Yeah.
I grew up in Ghana. Yeah. I'm used to the feel of things, knowing who I'm buying from, the trader, the crafter. And I moved here and I was like, why can't I bring this piece back here as well, especially when you travel and you meet all these artisans and you want to share what you've also got, you know, the excitement of it going, I have this basket at home, you should see it, the colors. And that's the authenticity of what we do. The beauty of it, the truth of it, but that's what I stand for. And most importantly, the ethical part of it.
Right, yeah.
That, you know, you are also helping someone back home. Helping my business helps the person, meaning I go back to say, hey, we've got another order for another basket. This is what the person wants. The excitement that they are also getting a job. The excitement that I'm also making sure that they get a job. Right. And then you, at the end of the day, see this beautiful basket back in your home and you're like, wow. And appreciate it more.
I can tell in your voice how excited you are for this. So if I'm understanding correctly, if somebody comes in, you could actually maybe have something custom.
Yeah, so we do bespoke stuff as well. So if you come in and you see a design of a basket, but you go, I prefer it in this color, which we actually are doing for a customer. She saw a basket she ordered online. And she said, I like this one, but I also want this. I've seen these colors and can I get it made for me? And yeah, we are doing it. Wow. So it should be here maybe before the weekend of the opening. Okay. And then we can send it across to her. So bespoke pieces are done, whether baskets, whether it's a soapstone carving, we can make it for you.
Wow. Okay, so that's a whole different thing now, to have something that you like. To your, you know, your choices, your specifications or something. That is really amazing.
And then that makes it one of a kind for you, which is what we also pride ourselves in, is to try and give you something that's one of a kind. Right. Whether it's the coffee that we bring from Kenya, whether it's the shea butter that
Hang on. Wait a minute. I have not seen that in the social media. Did you say coffee?
Coffee, yes.
I've got my mug right over here. You didn't bring me any coffee. No,
I brought you coffee.
You did?
I did.
Get out of here.
I did.
It's in
the basket.
Get out of here.
You haven't gone through the basket
yet. No. That's it. This interview is different. Tune in next week when I'm going to have some of her coffee, and you'll be able to tell me talking like blah, 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 very quick. No. Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yes, Kenyan coffee. So this is a family-owned coffee farm.
Right.
My husband discovered it whilst he was working in Kenya. Yeah. I went to visit with the children. He was like, you need to go to this coffee farm. The kids will love it. We loved it. The children loved it. I've got 3 kids. Yeah. 13, 12, and then a 5-year-old. By I think around that time he was about 3-4 years old. And it's a big estate, coffee estate. They are known for their coffee tours. Yeah. You get to taste the coffee whilst it's still on the tree as a fruit. Oh, wow. Yes, you get to taste. You get a nice tour by Elizabeth. I love Elizabeth. She's fiery, but she's sweet. Yeah, and she takes you around, gives you a good education on what influences the flavors of the coffee. Oh. You get to see the women doing the sorting out. Right. They are very much involved in the community and how they help the community to help the women around, the women that work on the farm mainly. So you get to see the sorting out. You touch the coffee whilst it's being dried, then they take you to the roaster. Oh. It's a small roaster. Yeah. And then the roast, you do the tasting of the different roast, how it's roasted. Right. So for that, the dark roast, medium roast, and then the cowdy, which is the lightest. And it's just an experience. It's a good thing. I always say to customers, if you have been to go to Kenya, go to the Fairview Coffee Estate and experience the coffee tour. So
we're on in the morning here, but back in my old job, my old life, I was up very early in the morning for many years, and so I'm not a coffee snob. I'm not really a coffee connoisseur. I've had very fancy coffees. I've had this. I just like a good coffee, just a good strong coffee. And I have found that coffee from that region of the world is we actually, I had my own coffee for a while. It was we did a charity coffee. Yeah. So I don't want not too fancy, not too simple. I don't like I want a good strong morning coffee.
And this is a good one. Yes. The good thing about ours is it's always freshly roasted. Yeah. So when we need coffee, they only roast when I need coffee here. Right. So we roasted on Monday. Yeah. Put on a flight by DHL on Tuesday. Right. By Thursday, Friday is here. So when you get your coffee,
that's ridiculous.
It's fresh.
Oh my gosh! Wow! Oh wow!
It's fresh. Right. It's what you want. Right. It's unique. The flavors are there. It's just It's like you've won your gold.
So listen, no, I had no idea what. So this is great. So you just brought something up there, and that was where I was leading to before we did the sidetrack on the coffee. How does that work, though, getting things back and forth?
Not the easiest. I
Right.
think, well, that's been one of my most challenging aspects of this business,
Right.
because you still want to keep the consistency for your customers. You want to provide what they want and also still introduce new stuff. The cost of bringing them is not cheap. You also still want to stay in a certain price bracket, so it's affordable for everyone.
Right.
Not too expensive, not too, low in price, just in the middle
It's tough.
way.
It's tough.
And
I
it's
think as a
tough.
business owner, it's tough
Yes.
to manage that.
Trying to
Yeah.
balance that has been one of the hardest, but I mean, the passion is there. I
Yeah.
think I see this. This is not a business. This is more my passion. This
Right.
is my baby.
Right.
And I go, you know what? We'll see how we can push through this month. Next month, we'll see how we can tweak our prices, but not too much where someone will go, oh my God, I can't afford the good coffee. I love it, but now I can't afford it anymore.
right.
Still stay around. And we work closely with the farms as well
right.
and say, hey, this is what we are experiencing. And then they can sometimes go, okay, maybe this month we'll try and drop the price a bit
Right.
so that you
Try
can
and work with you.
work with me
Yeah.
so that we can still bring things across for you to experience the
That's
good
interesting.
coffee.
I've got some of my people that I still kind of keep in contact with in America, and they're over there with the ridiculous. They don't know from 1 week to at least here it might be a little bit more consistent.
Yes.
Over there they don't know one
Well,
day
that's
to
the
the next, the
thing.
weeks, the tariffs is I don't know what's going. It's terrible over there.
Yeah,
So
it is.
it's not great. Could be worse. So this is I'm so blown away by the coffee. This is going to be great. But listen, you mentioned that you're a mom.
Yeah.
Oh my, are you serious?
So you get to
Oh,
smell
I
it.
wish. Hang on. Oh yeah. Oh, look at this. That is. Can you hear that? You're getting jealous out there, aren't you? My wife's here, and this. She goes, "You better bring that home." But you mentioned you're a mom.
Yes.
Doing anything as a mom is tough, but opening up your own business that's a whole nother. You've got the kids, you've
Yes.
got your business. You've said that this business is your baby. That's challenging.
It's been, I think I started with the online, which was a bit slow. So I decided to start doing markets, and every weekend you're on the road. Because you want to get yourself out there, you want to meet new people, you want to do your storytelling, which means that I'm away from the children most of the time over the weekend. So it's been really hard, but bless them, they've been really good as well, very supportive. I think because I've done most of the traveling with them.
Right.
When I'm doing the outsourcing and meetings, so they like the excitement that is behind the product.
Right.
And that's I feel blessed in that manner to have the children being interested in the business.
That helps.
Yes, and I think they've also seen that for years I was just mom at home running around. So for me to have something that also gives me that excitement, apart from all the things that they come home with.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
It's making them happy. It's making them happy. And they've also seen how this business has grown from when I started.
Right.
So my daughter can't stop talking about my mom is opening a shop and you need to follow my mom on social media to her friends.
Wow.
She does my content taking as well. So the person behind the camera sometimes is my daughter. And she comes, so mommy, you need to do this new TikTok trend. And I'm going, I can move my legs, honey. My legs are all sore from lifting boxes and driving hours over the weekend. But yes, it brings excitement. They are involved in it, and then why not?
This really, really is a family business.
It is a family business, and actually the business is named after them.
Yeah.
So Nathez is Nasumi, Hezekiah, and Zachariah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I was going to ask you where the name came from. That's brilliant.
Yes, so it's the 3 children, and then we put that together and out of Africa, because I'm from Africa and Dad is Scottish, so there's a piece of them from Africa.
I love it, and you've got Scottish family here, I know, and connections here. What do you love most about not just Scotland, but being here in Stirling?
The community. Like I said from the beginning, this is one of the cities that my husband would always bring me when we came over to visit before we moved here. And we'll always sit down on some of the coffee shops on the street here and then have lunch. Yeah. So, and everyone was always welcoming. Yeah. I've never felt out of place here. Yeah. The diversity here as well. The culture influence, the rich culture influence that's Stirling for you. And reasons why I chose here, the reasons why I love it being here. The beauty of the city. It's a beautiful city, especially when the weather is nice.
This is true. Even when the weather's not so nice, it's still pretty good.
It's still very pretty. And you never walk past anyone without a smile.
Yeah.
It's like, how are you, hen?
Well, listen, this is funny because my wife and I, we've been here now a little over a year, and I do find that I'm from here a little bit down south, and my wife's American. I do find that some people that have been here for a long time, I don't think they realize what they've got here. Like, I feel like I'm letting them in on a secret. Like, do you have any idea how great this is? Do you have any idea how great this is?
Yes,
so it's interesting to love a place, and this is definitely home, but also to maybe to help some people that have been here for and I think that's like that anywhere. You're like, oh, I've been here, there's not there. No, man, this is great. It's not like this everywhere.
Yeah, I think it's the same with back home. We sometimes don't realize what we've got.
Right.
The richness of our culture, the artistic people that we have across. It takes someone to come and go, wow,
exactly.
Did you just make that?
Right.
And then even when I meet people at market, they are going, this came from Africa. I'm like, my own people. Sometimes I think they don't even know how talented they are. I can't even stitch a button on a shirt, but people are great. Someone can come up with the whole concept for this basket, the colors, the shea butter, the craftsmanship of the soapstone, how someone can sit down and use a chisel and things and carve up something beautiful like this. It's all about, I think it's a human thing.
Yeah.
It's always, but it's good we are doing this because then you draw people's attention to say, look around you.
Yeah.
You don't have to travel too far.
Right.
There's beauty around you. Just take a moment to look at it and appreciate it.
I love this so much. You're definitely coming back. Big thanks again to Carrie Lee over at 3Gem for connecting us.
Hi, Carrie Lee.
Definitely want to have you on again. So shop's opening up this Sunday. That's the plan right
Sunday.
now. Where do people find out more?
So on my social media, which is on Nathez Out of Africa, both on Facebook, Instagram. If you're on TikTok, it's also Nathez Out of Africa. On my website, nathezoutoafrica.co.uk. You can also call me if you want to call me. It's 07555 149 879. It's a long number. I always have to think.
We'll have all that linked up on our social media. You can find that a little bit later on here in a bit. So this is going to be open up Sunday. I know you're very, very busy, but we're definitely going to do this again. I love your energy.
You have to come into this shop.
Well, my wife now, she's going to want to come in anyway. So we're definitely doing that. Don't worry about that. But listen, if you listen to this, the baskets here, you're going to see them on social media. You've got to see them in person because the pictures, they're great. But the texture, the colors, holding this in your hand,
and
it's amazing.
Most importantly, they are all natural products. So the baskets are made with elephant grass, which means that it's durable, sustainable, ethical, and then you can reshape it. It's one that will last you. I always say these are baskets for life. I've met people that have been to Ghana or have bought a basket like this before, and they go, my mom used to have this, and I got it after she handed it over to me. So these are baskets that will last you a lifetime, which is what we want to save the environment too. We don't want to be buying things that tomorrow you can't use. And the soapstones craft that we have are carved out of soapstone. You have your shea butter coming from the shea nut as well. Everything is from the earth back to you to appreciate it. To love.
I like that. That's a good logo. That's good. Thank you so much for coming in. We're definitely going to do this again. And all the best for you for this new business opening up here in Stirling. Again, they're opening up this Sunday. We're going to have all the details there. I know that was a lot linked up on our social media. Great stuff. Thank you again.
Thank you so much for having me.
This is great. This is Stirling Talks.
Stirling Talks with Wilson on Stirling Community Radio.